In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
As long as it goes.
Welcome to week 6 of the Red Raider Coaches Show. I'm your host, Joe Hayes, and here with me is our head coach, Keith Goss. And Coach, we're coming from a new venue tonight. We're here at filming live at Roadrunners, one of our big sponsors, and they do so much for a lot of our athletic programs. I know they do for basketball and have for other sports as well, but big contributors to our football program. So we wanted to come out here tonight and get them a little recognition. And Coach, they, you and I, we may walk away here a little heavier.
Plenty to eat out here tonight.
That's right. So they have Church's Chicken, and if you have not been out here to try this chicken, some very, very good, spicy. I like their like the chicken breast and their potato wedges and these biscuits, Coach. Oh my goodness! I don't know what that honey glaze is, but it is like honey sugar. That's all I know. On top of a very, very good biscuit. So you want to get out here and try out their chicken with Church's Chicken. They also have Godfather's Pizza, which is a very good pizza, and we feed the football players this quite often.
It's a great pizza. They do a great job and help us out, get it to us after games, and it's pretty dang tasty.
And the players love it. So
they do love it. Coaches do too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've seen a coach or two going home with a whole pizza, you know, after we don't
want to let it sit around
that's
there,
right.
Obviously.
But anyway, we do want to thank Roadrunners for being one of our bronze sponsors with the Bacon County Touchdown Club. And speaking of our sponsors, I want to get some others a little recognition. Our platinum sponsors, which is our largest sponsors. You'll see their logos down on the field. We want to thank Bacon County Hospital and Health System, Industrial Forge, Blueberry Plantation Inn and Country Club, and Parker's Food Mart. Those guys, they are always above and beyond, and our biggest contributors to Bacon County football. And Raider Nation, we want you to get around and let those guys know how much we appreciate their support.
Absolutely. They do a lot to help us do what we're trying to accomplish here, and we really appreciate their support and you supporting them.
Absolutely. And I want to run through these gold sponsors real quick. Alma Telephone Company, Titan Modular, Daniel and Cassie Moore, Larry Waters Properties, Pineland Bank, State Farm, F&B South, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, Clean Air and Electric, Burt CPAs, Southside Church of God, and Lassiter Tractor Company. Another a bunch of companies that are big contributors to our program, and we definitely want to get them recognition as well. And every week we'll try to throw in some new ones and get some of our other sponsors recognition also. But Coach, you know, everybody comes in here and they want to talk football. They want to hear football. So you know, let's get on to it.
All right.
So we drive over to Hazelhurst Friday night and had a long delay. We had to kind of sit and wait, hurry up and wait.
Yeah, you know, I think we finally took the field about 9:45. Kickoff was right around 10 o'clock. You know, obviously that's a little bit of change for our guys. But you know what, you got to handle the situation, adjust to it, and try to get out there and play.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we didn't come up with a win. We had a very tough fought game. Jeff Davis, they have gradually been growing the past, I would say, 3 seasons since their coach has been involved in that program, and it's, you know, we have seen them get closer and closer to the gap, you know, with us, with what they're doing and what their booster clubs are doing, what they're doing in the weight room and things of that nature. So they have been on the upward climb. And they gave us a hard-fought football game. I mean, they come prepared, and they executed pretty well.
You know, their coaching staff does a good job. They're well coached. You can tell that they've put a couple years into the weight room. They're a little bit ahead of us, as far as strength at this point, and it showed in the game. I thought our guys played hard. We came out and we were able to drive down and score on our first drive. Had a little momentum going. I knew the longer it went on, where we didn't take advantage of some momentum, the harder it was going to be with us, for us to stay with it. So we took some calculated risks, and after our first score, we went with a surprise onside kick. My feeling was that we pooched the ball, and it usually ends up at the 30 or 35. If we onside kicked, it ended up, we didn't get it. It ended up at the 45. We gave up 10 yards field position, but we had an opportunity to recover the football. And so I felt like that 10 yards difference was worth an opportunity to get the ball back. And, it didn't turn out that way. They recovered the surprise onside. That kid did a good job staying home. Obviously on film, it's something we felt like we could take advantage of, but the kid made that play that night.
Yep. And it's, and that's at any level, Coach, when you take that risk. And, I've seen it in some of the NFL games today, and it's, sometimes you win it, sometimes you don't. But if you don't roll the dice, you don't have that chance at all. So
that's right.
Sometimes you got to roll it and just go with it, and like you said, try to build that momentum. Another calculated risk that I felt like you took offensively there in the first half was it was late in the second quarter. I think it was either 21-7 or 27, maybe 27-7, and it was fourth down.
Yep.
And it was maybe fourth and a yard. And you decided to go for it.
I felt like it was starting to get away from us, and that we were going to take a shot at it. We didn't execute. They did a great job of getting up the field. Usually we feel like we can push it and get a yard if we're coming off doing the right things. And on that play we did. And we went over film with the guys tonight about our execution on that play and several others. And that's not what we're looking for. Obviously, we had prepared for that situation. We had repped a goal line package for that situation, and obviously I felt confident in running it, or we just would have punted it away. But it didn't work out. We did turn over the ball there. It did not turn into points on that drive. I believe our defense held, or they missed a field goal. So it didn't hurt us on the scoreboard. But sometimes when you feel like you got to do something to try to create some momentum, you're going to have to take shots, and I did. And that's part of the decision making of the job. Not everybody's going to agree with it. Not everybody's going to like it. But I'm not going to sit there and not do anything. When you have to take a shot or try to do something to create momentum or swing in the game, and you're not happy the way things going, you got to try to make something happen. And our defense did a good job getting them off the field in the situation I put them in as the head coach, and and for that part it worked out.
Coach, on the offensive side of the ball, the duration of the game, we had a lot of positive gains. I don't know what our total yards were, but like you said, first series we drive the field, put 7 on the board, and then JD takes possession, they drive, score on us, and then after that it was a little difficult. They started kind of adjusting to what we were doing, and it seemed like, up the middle type of things, we struggled. They were really jamming us hard up front, our offensive line. Outside, on the perimeters, we got a few where we'd break the corner, do there, and we had a few pass plays. Again, some of that disruption up front was not giving our quarterback enough time to, make good reads and make a good pass. So several times he's pulling it in and having to make plays with his feet. What, is your feeling on that? Have you seen an improvement from 2 weeks ago to today?
I think what happened in the course of the game is some of our best guys on the offensive front are also some of our best guys on the defensive front. And, in our meeting tonight, we talked about how to how to try to make adjustments with getting more guys on the field. And we may play some other younger guys. You know, we've made an effort coming out of this meeting to create 22 starters, because I'll give you an example. Your son, he's been doing a great job for us. We've had to start him on both sides of the ball. When I put in the freshman tight end and we played him in the second half, you know, Walt was a little fresher and came up and made a lot better plays, forcing the corner because he's not exhausted.
Yeah.
And we have to do that and make an effort and not be scared to put some younger guys out there, because over the course of the game, we have to be able to hold up over the course of the game. And when we're playing so many guys both ways, we're wearing down. So that's something we've addressed in our meeting this week, and we've tried to create 22 starters. And if those young men step up, we'll have 22 starters.
Good deal. Coach, any other moments on the offensive side of the ball that, you know, you felt went very well, and, you know, that were some really good moments?
You know, obviously I wasn't happy with our pass protection, but, you know, things like on the jet sweep where Brentjohnson scores the touchdown.
Yes.
Obviously that was a good moment. That we did some good things with the power read, and yeah, there's some moments in there. You can tell that the kids are trying hard. We're physically, we got to continue to get stronger. You know, we have 5 seniors. We played against a team last night that had a heck of a lot more.
Yeah.
Or Friday night. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's frustrating when we're trying to build it. I know it's frustrating for the fans. It's frustrating for our players, and it's frustrating for our coaching staff. But there is no magic pill.
Yeah.
There is no magic pill. We got to continue to get up. We got to continue to work hard. We got to continue to grow in the weight room. In our open week, we maxed. Had several guys continuing to get stronger. Had 3 more guys join the Red Raider Club, which is over 800 pounds on 3 lifts. So we are going in the right direction. And I know it's hard for people to see sometimes when they look at the score, and, you know, we're not where we want to be. I'm not happy with it. I know the fan base isn't happy with it. I know the players aren't happy with it. But I know we're doing the right things to build this program and take it where we want to be.
And will we get there, Coach? Do you see light at the end of the tunnel?
Absolutely. We got a lot of young guys playing. There's 5 or 6 freshmen right now that are getting considerable amount of varsity time. There's going to be 5 or 6 sophomores going to get considerable amount of varsity time, if not starting. When you play that many young guys, you might take your lumps this year. You won't take your lumps forever.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at right now. We're going to continue to build it. We're going to continue to encourage the kids. We're going to go in there and we're going to work hard on a game plan, and we're going to try to find a way to win.
The defensive side of the ball, you know, Coach Regal, he's our defensive coordinator. I feel like he's doing a good job. You know, he's putting some good packages out there for our players, and we've struggled each game consistently with holding on, making tackles. You know, I did see a little improvements in this game, but it's tough when you're facing someone like Jeff Davis and they're just pounding, and they're getting 2 yards and 3 yards and 4 yards, and
That's right.
You know, and that comes back to down front. Like you said, a lot of our offensive and defensive line players are going both ways, and guys are just
Wearing down.
They're wore out.
And like I said, we made an effort to, we have some guys that we've been, you know, we're about halfway through the season with them, and guys that have been going through the drills, and we're going to give an opportunity to step up and play more on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball. We're going to move around some of the young guys. And the effort tonight going into the meeting was, you know, those guys that have been playing both ways, they still have to back up. We don't have enough depth for them not to work both sides. But we're making an effort to start everybody just one way instead of having to start people both ways, and we're going to carry that philosophy into this week and try to create more guys with more playing experience. And if it doesn't pan out for us right away, it'll pan out for us down the line because we'll have more guys that play Friday night football.
That's good, Coach, and that's what I like to hear. Well, Coach, we'll take a real quick break, and we'll get our sponsors a little recognition. And Raider Nation, we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to the Red Raider Coaches Show. I'm your host, Joe Hayes, and still here with our head coach, Keith Goss. Coach, a little bit of our prop went missing during the break.
Yeah, some of the prop got ate up there.
I don't know what happened to it. No, it was too good to just let it sit here. And
we didn't want to go to waste.
No, we didn't want to let it go to waste. And I made a mistake, and Coach called me off on it. Their chicken, I thought was called Church's chicken. It's actually crispy, crunchy chicken. Cajun recipe, so very, very good chicken, I might add, and that's going to be the next prop.
That's the next prop that's going missing.
Yeah, that and them biscuits, absolutely. So, Coach, real quick, I want to run through some of our bronze sponsors real fast. I want to thank Outback Entertainment, Gopher Southern Cooking and Barbecue, Chrissy's Creations, Kim Anderson and Dr. Galay, Satilla Rheumatology and Internal Medicine, Cohen's of Alma, Chuck and Pam Bonnier, RSB Forestry, Alma Police Department, F&B South, Scott Pools, MGN Detailing, Southern Sand, Axle Surgeon, Dairy Queen, Ideal Cleaners, Southeast Propane, Boatwright Trucking, Alma Auto Sure, Satilla River Teas, Orthopedic Surgeons of Georgia, CRH Oncology Group, and CRH Cardiology Group. Big list there, Coach. We're so proud to have them guys as our bronze sponsors and what they mean to us. And also, like I said, Roadrunners is another one of our bronze sponsors here. So we're so thankful for what these guys do to our program. Coach, in the first half, you know, I think we talked enough about Jeff Davis. We got to move on. We got another game ahead of us this week. We got to face Toombs County. You know, they're another program that's had a new coach in position. They had a little gain last year. Looking for them to have another little gain this year. You know, from what you guys looked at film review yesterday and today, what can we expect from Toombs County coming to Bacon County Friday night?
Defensively, you know, they tried to disguise some things a little bit, but they're more or less a 3-4 base. They play either a cover 4 or what we call a 2 read, which they'll play cover 2 to the field and basically cover 4 to the boundary. That'll just say they like to play 2 safeties high and 4 guys down. So defensively, they'll try to present a couple different looks and try to move some guys around, and then you know they're gonna be strong up front and you know be a little bit multiple in the looks they give you. When they get tired of that look, they'll jump into another look where they got 2 guys down and they stand up 2 defensive ends and kind of give you a 4-man look, but the coverage behind it's still 2 safeties high, and so they'll try to mess with your front a little bit, you know, making those adjustments.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're a little more spread than they used to be. I think they've started to go spread. Now they'll still run the ball a good bit, but you know they've done a little more shotgun than maybe they traditionally had done in the past when I've seen them.
Yeah.
So they've opened up their offense a little more. I think their offense coordinator came from Portal, and you know at least that's what one of my coaches on the staff knows and told me, and that they're going to open up and move the ball around a little bit more spread.
And they, they've got a pretty good quarterback. You know, last year, you know, there wasn't a lot about him, a lot of talk or hype about him, but now when I saw him when we played them last year, he impressed me. He actually made some really good throws. He was very good with his feet and moving around and coming out of the pocket and you know, and getting away from any disruptions up front and making a play doing so on the run. And you know, I don't know if that had anything of having that quarterback, having more confidence in him, maybe why they went to a spread style as well.
That's quite possible. You know, he's, from what I've watched of him so far, he's a good high school quarterback.
Yeah.
And, you know, talented kid. So, you know, obviously we'll game plan to try to keep him, you know, boxed in.
Traditionally, Toombs, you know, in the past with that just run, most of the games that we've had against them were, you know, we had one year 7-6 that, you know, we came out the victor in that game, and you know, it's been 14-7 or 21-7, or there's not a lot of big gaps there, but with them going to a spread, that generally tends to put a little more action on the scoreboard sometimes.
Sometimes. I would say they are very stingy. They're still a defensive mindset team. I think they've only given up, in 4 games, they've only given up 45 points.
Okay.
And offensively, I think they've scored 90. So it's not like they're scoring 40 points every night.
Yeah.
You know, they sit there. It's still a very much a ball control style of offense. You know, they're not trying to win in a shootout. They're trying to possess the ball and still eat clock and not leave their defense out there. Just because you say spread doesn't necessarily mean that it's a team chunking it all over the yard. It's kind of a generic term, but you can still have a ball control style offense being a spread team.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that is, you know, that's their identity from watching them on film.
I got you. Well, Coach, it's a big week for us. We've got homecoming this week. We've got a homecoming parade this week. I think the homecoming parade is Wednesday. We're used to Thursday. Not sure why, but they changed the date to Wednesday at 6 or 6:30, Brent, for the 6:30. So 6:30, we'll start at the elementary school and it'll go to Goldwasser Park and where it'll end. So definitely want to get out and support the community in that.
I can enlighten you on the why.
Okay.
Our girls softball team, who's second in the region, will be playing for the region title more than likely on Thursday. And so Coach Gay came to me and said, is there any way that could be worked out to, you know, move the parade? Obviously, because he has, I think, 5 girls on the softball team that wanted to be a part of the parade and obviously wanted to play softball in hopes of winning a region title. So I talked with him about it. I talked with Miss Martin about it, and I talked to them about it, what we would need to do to be off the field in that amount of time.
Right.
And you know, everybody worked together to try to make it happen. So the young ladies on the softball team can play in the game and be a part of the parade, which is, you know, very important to them and their high school experience. And so you know, we all tried to work together to find the best answer.
I got you. So we'll do that on Wednesday, 6:30 is when the parade will start, and then we'll have a pep rally on Friday during school. So that's going to be pretty exciting. This will be your first pep rally at Bacon County,
That's
right?
It'll be my first experience with Bacon County Pep Rally.
Well, you got any big plans up your sleeve for the pep rally? You got a big speech prepared?
I mean, you just have to see come time. I wouldn't let it out now.
I hear you. Well, I know it's an exciting time in the community. My daughter, you know, they went tonight. They dress in different outfits, you know, every single day of the week, and there's themes. And I think one of the days is like 80s TV shows or whatever. Right. So, you know, I think that's good because she's coming to me, Daddy, what was a good TV show during the 80s, and you know, that type of stuff. So it gets the whole community involved, and I know for a coach, it's usually not that light,
Well,
just because of the distractions that happen all during the week. So
yeah, I mean, there's distractions, but it's part of the high school experience.
Yeah.
And it's a great thing overall. It's our job to focus on the game as football coaches and players. Well, you know, what a fun time for the rest of the school. You know, we need to focus on our end on doing our job and giving us the best opportunity to win the game on Friday night. But you know, it's a fun time to be had for the student body. It's you know, fun for the teachers. It's fun for the community, and it's great to see everybody out there on a Friday night supporting you know, our young men, you know, going after a win.
Yeah. Well, it'll be here at home, Raider Nation, on Friday night. We face Toombs County. We want to all show up, you know, come out and support who will be the homecoming queen and homecoming king. So we want to come out and support that, and we also want to come out and support Red Raider football. You know, bring everybody you can. Come on out. We're going to need all the help we can against Toombs County. If you want to stop by the Raider trailer, don't forget about them. Get in there and get you some Raider gear.
You can even say happy birthday to my son. It'll be his 9th birthday on
There
Friday
you go.
night.
Well, I know he will be excited. I'm sure I'll have to let him shoot the shirt cannon a time or two.
I'm sure you will.
That'll be his birthday present.
And he'll love it.
And Saturday is homecoming. I think our cheerleaders, they have a competition on Saturday in Vidalia. So they're going to have a very busy day, our competition cheerleaders. And we definitely want to remember them and keeping the whole competition cheerleader family in our thoughts and prayers. And you know, it's been pretty difficult times this week, and we do want to remember them, our whole community. If you'll just continue to pray for them, and it will be much appreciated. And then when they return from Vidalia, we'll have homecoming Saturday night. So I know everybody's excited, the community's excited, and you know, it's a good time for our kids and a good experience for them. And Coach, again, we appreciate everything that you've done, what your coaching staff are doing and continuing to do. And you know, we know that you guys are grinding it out down there and working hard. And I know I see it. Any of you, Raider Nation, that would like to see or like to know, there's ways that you can come in. You can be around Coach, or you can come after school and watch practice, see what the coaches are doing, stand down there, make your own observations, and see how hard they're pushing them. And anybody's more than welcome to come down and stand at the fence and watch practice going on inside the practice facility there. And we have touchdown club meetings usually on Thursdays. We can announce them. If you'll shoot me a message, I'll make sure that we send out a reminder to you to let you know when we have touchdown club meetings. You're always at the touchdown club meetings, and
I don't miss one if I can help it.
You're always welcome to come watch us on set for the coaches show. So another, you know, way to come out and meet Coach and ask him questions. And again, Raider Nation, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all that you do. And Coach, look for a safe week this week. And one last question I forgot to ask: are we 100% healthy coming into? Is anybody banged up that may not play?
You know, at this point, there's a few guys with little nicks and bangs, but that's football season.
Okay. So for the most part, we're pretty healthy.
For the most part, I think we're pretty healthy.
Well, that's good to hear. So, Raider Nation, you heard it. We should have most everybody playing Friday night. Want to come out and support it, and we'll see you all there. Go Red Raiders.